Well, welcome to the Super Talk. I'm excited to be here with two of our outstanding students today. We have Victoria Pena and Jaqueline Garcia from Achieve Early College High School. And Victoria and Jaqueline are very special to me because they're part of my superintendent ambassador group. And they're also, I meet with a group of ambassadors and I meet with a group of presidents, student council presidents and class presidents. And Victoria and Jaqueline are a part of that. So I'm very happy to be here with them today on the Super Talk. And Victoria, Jaqueline, welcome.
Hi. Thank you for having us.
You're very welcome. And I did want to thank you both, along with the whole class of 2020, for everything that you all are doing. I know that this isn't the way you planned your senior year, but this class is doing a tremendous job getting through it. And I had a couple of questions for you all. Just, Victoria, how are things going right now? How have you transitioned into this new distance learning environment?
It's definitely been an experience. I'm such a people person, so I love interacting with people. So the transition has been a little challenging, but I have been able to get used to it. And I think just staying optimistic has helped me because I know we're in some trying times and uncertain times. And so we can get filled with fear and anxiety. And I think just trying to stay optimistic just helps the whole attitude of trying to adjust to this new situation. So,
and I can definitely relate to that, Victoria, because I'm a people person also, and in my job I'm always around people, and I go to a lot of different events, a lot of galas in the community, a lot of different gatherings of different leaders and of different community members, and all of that has come to a halt. So I'm not around people, and I'm having to find this new approach to being able to get through things. But I've learned to adjust well, and this is part of it, just continuing the conversations through social media. And Jaqueline, how has your transition been to the new distance learning environment?
I would have to agree with Victoria. It has been different, but just seeing how much effort our teachers are putting in is so heartwarming. Just like, I love how much social media has grown because of this. I love how principals and teachers are uploading so much more, and it kind of like gets us more connected with them. I obviously miss the whole school environment, and it is crazy because we don't know what's going to happen, but just how Victoria said, staying optimistic, hoping that there's a better tomorrow. Yes.
No, that's a very good point, and I'm very proud of our teachers and our staff also. And it's interesting that you say, a lot of meetings going on in social media, and I almost feel like I'm meeting with more people now than I did in the face-to-face with regard to just all the different groups. And it's just one Zoom meeting or Teams meeting after another, and whether it's community members or elected officials or students or staff members, it's just so much back and forth. And I think that that's just the spirit of McAllen and McAllen ISD, is that we're a very tight-knit group. So we're doing all that we can to stay connected. And that's what today was about. Jaqueline, you mentioned your teachers and how proud you are of them and all their effort. And who's your favorite teacher your senior year? I know that you've had teachers along the way, but if you had to pick a teacher to say, my senior year, I have a lot of favorite teachers, but the one that just came to mind right now is this person, who would that be?
Like right away, I thought of Mr. Sines. We literally actually met yesterday. We were talking about just grading, DBQs, just how the AP exam is going to work out. He's our AP European history teacher. And he's just been, again, so connected with us. We have a whole group chat, and like, he's just so flexible with us. A lot of us are still, for example, working, so he kind of works with our schedule as well. So I think he would have to be the one, because he's just not only with our class in particular, with just like the whole senior class, and I've seen it also with the juniors. He's just so involved as well. So I would have to say him.
Well, hats off to Mr. Science. I know that a lot of teachers across the district are working so hard to make those connections, but Mr. Science is obviously doing a great job. So that's very nice to hear. And I'm sure that if he sees the Super Talk, that's going to be heartwarming for him, for such a wonderful student like yourself to look at him that way. That's very nice. And Victoria, at this point, your senior year, what teacher comes to mind when I say who is your favorite teacher?
It's so hard because there's so many great teachers at Achieve. I can't just I don't know how to answer that. I think because I'm super close to a lot of teachers, I'm always talking to them and hanging out and like asking them how they're doing. And Achieve has so many great teachers.
So if you like them all, that's cool too. They're all your favorite
Yeah,
teachers. I don't want
I
Okay.
feel like I build relationships with almost all of them. I don't know if I could choose one.
Okay. Well, and so you're saying that just the staff at Achieve is a tight-knit group, and they do a lot to
For
help the
sure.
student body.
They
So you
really
didn't
do,
just want to pick,
yes.
you didn't want to just pick one. Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm sure that Jacqueline feels the same way. All of her teachers are outstanding.
No,
She
I'm
just
gonna look bad.
I
No,
put her on.
it's because like I can't just choose one. Like when you were asking her, I was like thinking, I was like, oh my gosh, if you ask me like who is it, and I was like, I can't like put like one face doesn't just like I feel like all of them.
So
They're
Victoria, you've already been clear. All of them are great. But if you had to pick one, if you absolutely had to pick one, who would you pick?
okay. Oh my gosh, Mrs. Martha Cantu.
Okay.
Yeah,
Why?
Mrs. Martha Cantu. She was our AP World History teacher, and then she moved up with us for AP US History. And she's just like, now I know. I'm like, I needed, yeah. Miss Martha Cantu, she was so hardworking and dedicated to her students. Even if students weren't trying, she would do her best. Like she was just always doing outstanding. So I would definitely have to say Miss Martha Cantu. Although I don't
All
have her
right.
right now. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you finally got to pick one. So Miss Cantu, that's very special because when looking at Victoria and Jacqueline, I mean, both of y'all are outstanding students, and y'all have very bright futures. And the whole
Thank
time
you.
I've known you all as ambassadors, there's so much work y'all have done for me specifically, and helped me so much. And so that's nice. That's nice that you all are able to say thank you to a teacher. Now I know that the COVID-19 situation has all put us all in a situation where we're having to spend a lot of time with our family, and that's a blessing for us to have that opportunity. So what message would you all have for your family, for your mom, for your dad, for your family in general? If you want to pick mom, if you want to pick dad, if you want to pick the family in general, uh, just kind of be creative with that. But Jacqueline, what message do you have for a family member or your entire family?
I think obviously thank you, because not like I wouldn't be able to do like the daily things I would have able to done before this if it weren't for example, my mom. My mom would take me everywhere if I needed to go somewhere. If I needed something, forgot something at home, she was always just there. And now that we're all just kind of, I don't want to say stuck in the house, but like we're just all together, I get to see it even more, how much she works, if it's cooking, cleaning, whatever. Like it's crazy because that doesn't stop just because I call her to bring me like lunch, take me here, take me there. And like somehow she always had it done. And when I came home, there was always food, there was always a clean environment. So I would just say thank you to that.
That's nice. That's sweet. I'm sure that your mom would appreciate that. And Victoria, what message do you have for your family?
I think during this whole quarantine, I think I've learned to appreciate my family members, my immediate family, because a lot of the times we're so busy because I go to a church called The Door, and we're always busy doing events, and then I'm very involved in school, so I'm always busy. Like I would just come home to sleep. But now that we're here, like learning to appreciate and kind of get to know them more, even though they're our family. And of course I know them, but just like I was noticing, like hanging out with my older sister, she's so funny. Like we're just cracking up this whole time, and I was like, oh my gosh, like you're pretty cool. But just learning to appreciate them. And then we have these game nights now, when before we were just so busy, just, oh, how was your day at dinner? Of course we would interact with each other, but it's just like a whole different level, and the bonding has just been great. And I think what I would say to them is also thank you, and just like Jackie said, and that I just appreciate them so much more, and I'm grateful because this whole situation is kind of weird, and it's like, oh, this sucks, and like maybe, or just trying to stay optimistic because it may seem negative, but there's also so many positive things about it, like getting closer to our family and just learning things about each other that we didn't know. And I think it's been a whole experience for our family, just being able to connect more. And I think it was kind of needed, like just being able to hang out more. So
Yeah.
that's
My
good.
mom even said when we were all on the table, because, for example, my dad, he's always, like, he works on and off. So 1 week he's here, week he's not. And then, for example, my other sister, she's in UT, so she's not really here anymore. So when we were all sitting in the table, like, every single day, she's just like, wow, like, this is crazy. Our schedules are so different. We rarely get to have lunch, dinner together. And it's so true. It's something so small, but it's very true. And it's needed.
I agree. And that's one common theme as I talk to students and I talk to individuals. They're saying exactly what you're saying, and that's exactly how I feel, is that we're all so busy as people that although some people see COVID-19 as something negative, and it is, but you all are bringing positive to light. And that's what's so special about the class of 2020 is you're taking a world pandemic and you're trying to find the positive aspects of it. And a big part of that is family and being able to spend time together. And we're doing the same thing at my house with the game nights, and I'm able to appreciate my children and they're able to see me a lot more. And it's just something that is truly a blessing when you really look at it. And if we continue that frame of mind when all this passes, because it will pass, I hope that the world holds on to that. I hope that families stay closer than they were. And I hope that we take time to be with one another and value one another and sit down together and have meals and not let this go away just because life goes back to normal. So I'm with you all 100% on that. And I've been thinking about that a lot. What about a message for the class of 2020 for your classmates? What message do you have for them, Victoria?
First of all, I would say I miss y'all and I love y'all. And I know that this isn't what we had expected, but although we don't have all the time that we were supposed to, I think just being able to appreciate the time we did have together. And that we were just talking about that last night, Jackie and I were like, oh, this is not what we expected. But what we did have and what we were able to do together, I'm just grateful that at least we have those memories. And I cherish every single one of y'all. And we're a pretty good family. And I'm just hoping they're doing well and want them to not worry. And hopefully this will all be over and hopefully we can go back to school for like a week or two or something. but if not, I did appreciate every memory, every laugh, every cry that we had together. And I wish them the best.
Very good. And Jacqueline, what message do you have for your classmates for the class of 2020?
I was actually listening to this video my mom was playing yesterday, and it was this man saying that he doesn't think that this was a coincidence, that he believes that everything does happen for a reason. God knows what he's doing. And it got me thinking, like, maybe if this wouldn't have happened, maybe something worse could have happened with everyone like in one place. So I really would want to say that to the class of 2020. Like, maybe this all did happen for a reason. I know it's not the most happy ending, and who knows, it's probably maybe not the ending, but just how Victoria said, I hope everyone's doing well. I know this wasn't the ending we wanted, or like I said, maybe this is not the end, but I think just staying optimistic as well, staying in touch with each other, because it's all we can do right now. Stay focused in classes, because although it may seem that school is over, it's really not. We still need to graduate. We still need to continue. Keep the teachers in mind, keep the staff in mind, because they're working really hard. And yeah, just stay positive, be with family, but also have time for yourself and your education.
Very good. That's great advice from Victoria and Jacqueline. I'm taking all of that to heart too. And it's one of those things where you're absolutely right. I mean, we got to keep working hard. All of us have to keep working hard. And that's the message to the class of 2020. And really, that's the message to the entire McAllen ISD students and staff, is that we're still in the game. We're still working hard. We still have to add value to ourselves as individuals. You all still have a lot of work to do. You have to condition yourself to work hard, whether you're at home in a traditional setting. I think that's just life. And this has been a lesson for us all with regard to not knowing when things are going to change and true character being when you're able to adjust, and how hard you work when nobody's watching and all those things. So Victoria and Jacqueline, I do want to thank you all very much for being wonderful students. I mean, you're both great. I have a little girl who is in
Thank you.
first grade right now, and I hope that she grows up just like you all. I mean, I hope that when she's a senior, she's just like you all, because you all are
Thank
very, very
you.
special. So on behalf of the entire McAllen ISD family, and on behalf of our board of trustees, I want to thank you, Victoria and Jacqueline. I want to let you all know that I'm so proud of both of you. And I did want to end with, you mentioned graduation, and we hope that we can come back. We're planning graduation. We have the original dates right at the beginning of June, and then we're going to plan other dates that are later in June, and then dates that are in July, and then dates that are in August, so that we have an opportunity to come back and have a traditional graduation. And we want to have it at the stadium. It wouldn't be at the convention center. And
Oh, wow.
and we want to celebrate the class of 2020. So we're going to work very hard as a school district to make that happen, because you all are important to us. So once again, thank you all. I miss you all very much, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
We miss you
Thank
too.
you. Okay, we'll keep in touch. You know how to reach me. If I can help you with anything, you all reach out to me.
Thank you so much.
Have a
Bye.
wonderful
Have a
day.
nice day.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.